The NFC West is something that I think is genuinely up for grabs, and based on the way the four teams in the division are kind of shaking out, I think there is a legitimate chance that the team behind me, the Arizona Cardinals, do have a chance to win it. Let me explain. As everything stands right now, the Seattle Seahawks have a record of 2-0, the Arizona Cardinals right under there with a record of 1-1, the Niners 1-1, and the Rams with a record of 0-2. It is very early into the season, no team has played more than 2 games so far, but there's reason for this optimism. Before the season even started, I predicted the Rams and the Seahawks to both finish with a record of 7-10. I still stand on that. You might think I'm crazy because the Seattle Seahawks right now sit with a record of 2-0. But in my opinion, they have played 2 of the worst teams in the entire NFL, in the Denver Broncos and the Patriots, and they have a total win by points of 9. They beat the Broncos by 6, as you guys see, and then they also beat the Patriots by 3. The Dolphins have a backup quarterback, and their team is super banged up, but like, talent-wise, they have a chance to beat Seattle. If Seattle drops this game right here, I think it is going to be very indicative of what is to come in the future, and their schedule gets no easier from there, because then they're going to battle Detroit, then they're going to take on the Giants, who I think are one of the worst teams, so that's kind of a freebie. Then they got the Niners, the Falcons, the Bills. Rams by this time will probably have Puka Nacua and Cooper Kupp, who the Cardinals already took down 41-10, so this game's up for grabs as well. Then they got the Niners, Cardinals, Jets, Cardinals again, the Packers, Vikings, Bears, and I think they have the Rams after that. And every single one of these, I mean, they're 2-0 right now, but I don't see this actually sustaining over a long period of time. I think they're going to be in so many battles. A nice start, they're supposed to win those games. It doesn't matter by how many, because they do have a record of 2-0. That is undeniable. But like I said, I don't think that's sustainable. Something that I kind of do think is sustainable is the LA Rams losing games. They lost to the Lions, played them very close. Cooper Kupp went off. Matthew Stafford was dishing the ball. And then against my Arizona Cardinals, it is a 31-point loss. Marvin Harrison Jr. had 130 yards and 2 tutties against him. Kyler Murray had a perfect passer rating, could have had 4 touchdowns easily, finished the day with 3, and then James Conner finished it off with 122 yards and a rushing touchdown. Just ridiculous game by the Cardinals. But the Rams are struggling. They are super banged up, and Matthew Stafford appears to be banged up as well. He's not publicly coming out and saying it because he's a freaking tough son of a gun. But this team is going down with injuries. Cooper Kupp is down. Puka Nacua is down. That offensive line is super banged up, and I don't think Matthew Stafford's going to be able to will this team to a ton of wins with those guys as his weapons. So it's going to get tough because, as you guys see, they got the Niners, the Bears, the Packers, the Raiders, who could be a free win, the Vikings, who are okay, Seattle, Miami, Patriots, who could be free. They have the Philadelphia Eagles, the Saints, who have been playing well. I don't think that is going to be insanely sustainable. They're dropping 40 bombs on people. Who knows? Then they got the Bills, the Niners, the Jets, and they play, I believe, 2 teams after that. I think they play us and potentially Seattle. I'm not exactly sure. That's a difficult schedule too. Like, the Rams are 0-2. They got an uphill battle to work with. I don't think the playoffs are going to happen for them, unfortunately. Well, not unfortunately for me, but unfortunately for Rams fans. Then looking at the best team in the NFC West, in my opinion, even though they lost to the Minnesota Vikings last week by 6, I still think they are the best in terms of talent. They are the best team in the NFL. They have a record of 1-1 right now, but I think they're going to be okay. Again, dealing with injuries. They have McCaffery out right now. Brandon Ayuk was kind of struggling going into the year because he missed a lot of training camp, kind of took that time off. Brock Purdy hasn't looked fantastic, but I think they're going to get things going, and their schedule looks like the Rams, the Patriots, the Cardinals, the Seahawks, the Chiefs, who are going to be difficult. Cowboys, this stretch is crazy. Buccaneers, Seattle, Green Bay, Bills, Bears, Rams, Dolphins, and the Lions. They got a tough schedule too. So although they might be the best, is that going to be enough to snag the NFC West? Because I think to win it, it's going to take at least 10 wins. And a team that honestly might shock even me, an Arizona Cardinals fan who had them at 9 wins on the season, is the Cardinals. This game against the Detroit Lions, I think, is very indicative of how this season's gonna go. If we win this, I think we are 1000% legit. Because I think we're gonna smack Cliff and the Commanders, and then we got the 49ers, again, a real test. If we can win 2 out of 3 of these games, we are in a fantastic spot, because we already got a division win. Then we got Green Bay, Chargers, who have been really good this season. Jim Harbaugh is doing the right thing there with no receivers. Then we have Miami. I don't know if Tua's gonna be back by then. I don't know how that's gonna shape out. Then we got the Bears, who I think we're better than. That defense is a little scary. The Jets, same thing. Aaron Rodgers is always going to play teams good. I think they are a lot better than I gave them credit for. Then you have Seattle, who I think we're better than. Minnesota, who I think we're better than. Seattle, think we're better. Patriots think we're better. Panthers think we're better. Rams think we're better. I don't remember how we close out the schedule. I think it's San Francisco. We have a tough schedule in the middle, but the back end, if we can win at least a decent amount of these games, I'd say if we can win like Detroit, Washington, maybe the 49ers, and like Packers, Dolphins, come out with a record of like 4-2, we're taking it. Because that back end stretch, I know we always lose to Carolina. I think we're going to whop them, and we always lose to Detroit too. So this game is very indicative. I mean, we're breaking streaks. We broke the Sean McVay streak. He had like 1 or 2 or 3 losses against us. He's like 17-3. So this is the season to break a lot of curses. The Arizona Cardinals are not the same Cardinals that you guys are used to. The guy that had a perfect passer rating, he looks different this year. And this was coming from a Kyler Murray activist. I've been preaching this to the choir. His leadership, his play on the field, I thought it was all going to be fine. The new system we're running caters to him so nicely, and the coaching staff here, it just allows him to take accountability, and they actually drive that into their players. This Kyler is different on and off the field, and I think his play speaking for itself. He's the only quarterback, I believe, in the league right now starting that hasn't thrown an interception, and he has like 4 touchdowns on the season. The guy is insane, and what he can do with his legs is also absolutely ridiculous. He's willing this offense. If our defense can just complement us just a little bit, show us flashes like they did against the Rams. I'm not expecting you to hold teams under 10 points, but I want you to get stops. You have to play complementary football. That is how the NFL works. If you can do that, we will be in a good spot, and I promise you, the Arizona Cardinals will be in the running at the end of the season. And speaking of running, I genuinely think we are one of the best rushing attack teams in the entire NFL. We run 13 personnel like crazy. Always have a ton of tight ends on the field. We are looking to pound that rock. It opens a ton of things for Kyler Murray. James Conner is feasting right now, and the Arizona Cardinals are really trying to take control of time of possession, something that I pointed out for a while now. If you do not have a great defense, it is kind of lackluster, that is probably the route you're going to take. And with a quarterback like Kyler Murray with a dominant rushing attack, he can also do it in the run game, like I said, but it's going to open up everything in the pass game as well. As you guys see on these metrics, the Arizona Cardinals are ranked 4th in the NFL in 2024. The rushing attack has been lethal. I think this is going to keep up, and I can't wait to see us keep pounding the rock. If we can do that, good things are going to come our way. But back to my rankings for all of the NFC West teams, I had the Niners before the year finishing with a record of 11-6, and that might stay true to this day. I had the Arizona Cardinals finishing 9-8, the Rams 7-10, and Seattle 7-10 as well. All of these look pretty fair in my opinion. I think we can all agree on that. And if you can't, I want to know your predictions down in the comment section below. But the only way I don't see San Francisco finishing with 10+ wins is if McCaffrey goes down for the season, and I don't think that's the case. He's dealing with like Achilles tendonitis, but I think he will be back very, very soon. It's just how good will he be? That is the big question, because he goes, his offense is going to go a lot further than they're looking right now. So that is a huge piece, and then the Rams are super banged up, like we said. Puka Nacua, Cooper Kupp, the O-line, they are just banged up. And Seattle, I just don't believe in them. I think they are pretenders. Starting 2-0, I completely understand that, but I'm just not bought in. Good start by them. Maybe they make me shut up, but who knows at the end of the day? I mean, the NFL is super unpredictable. Anything can happen. Like, let's be for real. Who saw Bryce Young getting benched after week 2? Like, I know the performance wasn't great, but who saw that coming? Like I said, unpredictable. But like I said too, that is all I got for today's video. If you guys ended up enjoying today's video, man, consider hitting that subscribe button. I post Arizona Cardinals and NFL related content. So if you're a fan of either of those, this is the perfect channel for you. But like I said, man, that is all I got for today's video. Hopefully you guys did enjoy. It's been your boy Mythic. Peace out.